So for step 27, installing the battery pack, well, this step's going to go by pretty quick because honestly, I'm not ready to put in the battery pack, so I'm not going to do that at this point. And you can see that there was the aerial. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I don't want to use it. I just don't want this coming out of the top of the body, so I'm going to hope that I will figure out a way of putting the aerial inside the chassis so that we don't need that. I didn't even cut a hole in the body itself for the antenna pipe, and I'm not going to worry about this in this step yet either, because I'll figure that all out once I finish it. So what I want to do is I'll just show you this clip and this what is it, the snap pin, because there's the snap pin, but in this case they want you to bend it in order for it to sit on the bathtub chassis properly. So I'll set this up and we'll just work on that. I won't do all the rest, and then we can move on to the next step. So here is the E2 piece cut off the parts tree, and then we have this snap pin, and as you can see they want you to bend it back. And honestly, I think it's got more to do with the fact that they don't want it interfering with the body in any way, because once you pull the body off, you could have pulled this pin out, but you know, that's what they want you to do, so we'll do it. And honestly, the way that this is looking, it's kind of got that raised look anyway, but let's just see. You know, obviously that was the angle that they had it at, but we need to pull it up even more. So I'll grab this with the pliers and I'll hold it tight and just bend up on the pin part. Actually, if we get that from the bend, yes. Well, it says to bend up, but that seems actually like it doesn't want to move much. So I wonder if I can use, if I go to the end, can I use the board to help with bending it? We need to be able to bend it up. Yep, I can use the board a bit. So if I put pressure on the board that way, it will tilt it up a bit more. But it looks like you've got to bend it right up. Gonna have to figure that one out. I'm not quite sure. It doesn't seem to want to bend very easily. So in taking a closer look at this pin, I'm sure that the reason that they are doing this is they want to make sure that it clears the body. Well, I've checked and it clears it. And I mean, I have bent it back a little more than what it was, but to my mind, I'm just wrecking this pin more than I'm actually doing any service to it. So I'm going to leave it alone because it wasn't in the way, which means that, you know, obviously if you had your battery, you'd put it in, then you'd put this, the cable from the battery goes into the center. This is going to go attach by pushing up, and then we're going to use our pin and slide it through, and that's going to lock in that piece. That means the battery's not going to slide out. Now, because that bend is there, it's actually got enough clearance from the body that I'm not going to worry about it. So that's how it's going to look. So I'm going to call that done. And as I said, I don't really want to do any of the other things on this. I may have to later, we'll wait and see, but I don't think I will. I think it'll be fine. So I'm going to call step 27 finished from my point of view. So we can move on to step 28, which is the trimming. Now, I already did the trimming. And I've shown this in more detail because it's harder to do with the camera anyway, and it's a long process. I already did all of that, and then I got my buddy from Bernard Creations to actually do all of the painting. So the painting is done. So if you look at this, that is what it should look like with all the different colors. I actually went with a slightly different color scheme. I'm trying to be as close to the original as possible because that's my goal, but I wanted a bit of a different blue. So this is what it's come out looking like. This is like a pearl metallic blue, which I think has turned out super, super cool. And then my buddy, see how we've got tinted windows, but he's also got the black trim around the edges so that it really, really looks sharp and looks more like that tinted windshield, but also the black, which also means that I don't have to put on a lot of those stickers of the fine detail because it's already painted. And it's so much better that way because it looks so much cleaner, and you're not going to have it to worry about any of the paint or the stickers peeling. So I think this has ended up looking super, super sharp. Like, I love the look of that. So that's just awesome. And of course, all those headlights and tail lights have been left clear because we're going to add on the lighting kit. So technically 29 is also complete because 30 showed you painting the body and getting it all ready, and then 31 is where we start to put on all the decals. So we can move on to 31 at this point because all the other ones have been taken care of. So I will set this up and we will start with step 31 and get all the decals onto the truck.